hello, anybody that's listening. Drop a note and say hello. We'd love to chat. But so I don't know if you want to introduce yourself or kind of before we start talking, because I could just keep chatting.
Absolutely. I'm Jenn Tanner. I'm VP of Sales for Guardia One.
And what's Guardia One do, and how did you get into this?
We work with merchants to provide a warranty for their customers and for anything that's lost, stolen, or damaged. I was in the travel industry before this when COVID hit, and I thought I better jump over and find something in tech. I have a degree in computer programming, so it's nothing new to me. And so I'm very fortunate to be here. It's a fun tech company and tech industry to be in.
Nice. So tell me, what else have you done? What's your background? I know you've done travel with the airlines, I read on your profile, and then worked in, I assume, hospitality with some of the largest.
For five years.
Okay.
Hyatt, Hilton, and IHG.
Okay.
The past 5 or 6 years, I've been in travel and hospitality, so leave it to me to find the two industries that were hit hardest, probably.
So did you come on to this job or this role after COVID or before COVID?
During COVID.
Okay.
So, yeah, never a dull moment. 20.
Okay. And you made the switch because of the industry crashing?
Yeah.
And
I did not see travel coming back anytime soon, and it shut down like overnight. So I thought I better try and find something that is not going to be affected by COVID.
Okay.
And online sales have been going through the roof because people have been working from home and shopping from home. And so
the opposite.
Exactly.
I think it's funny that I have a friend that he was like, I think the only good thing I've done in my life is invested in Zoom.
See, that is so smart. I wish I would have back in 19.
He didn't put very much money in. Well, and I say not very much, maybe $10,000 or $20,000. And I think over the last couple months made $100,000.
Incredible. Oh
so
my!
He's done well for himself, but yeah, he always says, he's like, I think it's the only thing that I've done well. Who would have known?
What was I thinking last year? I don't even know if I'd heard of Zoom last year.
I love it. So, yeah, I'm shocked by the different, and to be honest, it's a time of innovation, right? Now is when we get people that wasn't the last pandemic when, Lyft and Uber and Uber Eats, all of these, it's new and innovative.
It's been fun to watch people pivot and create new opportunities this year. So
yeah. What are cool things you've seen? Being somebody, you work with a lot of product, I guess, customers with product, is that right?
Yes.
I don't know how to say this, customer facing.
Yes. So we work with any e-commerce merchant.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know, just, going from travel to tech has been interesting this year, but a fun transition. And just, a new group of people to work with. So it's fun.
Do you find your sales conversation different, or the type of conversation?
Do you know what? I love building relationships. So I like to get in and get to know people. So either way, either travel, hospitality, whatever it is, I like to get in and get to know my clients and become friends with them more than just clients. So no, I haven't seen a big transition that way, just because I'm who I am and I'm
the way you sell.
Yeah.
The way you sell.
Yeah.
I agree. I find that I'm not a very transaction-based sales. I'm much more customer service. I'm much more relationship focused.
Yes.
Not that I couldn't, it's just not naturally where I fit. Yeah.
I'm the same way. I want it to be a win-win for everybody. And I want them to feel like if they need anything, they can reach out to me at any time. I don't want to be one of those cold callers where I want to sell. I don't care who you are, what you're doing, if it's a good fit for you or not. I just want to sell. I'm not about that.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you think that so tell me a little bit about your product, about how it works, and I guess share. I understand it, and I think that it's fabulous. It's an incredible idea. And I look at it not only for our consumer, but for the protection of our business, right?
Exactly.
as a business owner, the security blanket of knowing that my customer
will be taken care of.
Yeah, and the chargebacks, the risk of chargebacks and the risk of returns or bad reviews.
Exactly. Yes. So do you mind if I share my screen with you really quick and I'll walk you through the process?
Please, go ahead. You're going to share, and I think it'll come backstage, and then I'll add it for you. Is it working?
Yeah, did you get it?
Yep. Oh, I think we have to change the settings on it.
Okay, let me see.
Your office is cute. Are you at home?
You? Yes, I'm working from home today.
Nice. Do you usually work from home?
We have an office in Lehigh, so either way, if I have appointments downtown, I stay downtown.
Okay, so I need to ask you, tell me about your car.
I love my car. It's so fun. So I had a BMW. My lease came to an end. I'm usually dialed in where I have my other car on order. I'm so organized. But 2020 has just kind of thrown me off. And so my lease was coming to an end. And I'm like, what in the world? What kind of car am I going to get? And I was looking through, like I mentioned, a BMW before. And I thought, I was looking through the new BMWs. And I'm like, they're all pretty much the same as what I've had for the last 20 years. So I need to switch it up. So I was thinking maybe I'll go and get a Range Rover. So I went and drove Range Rovers, and I have a truck. And I'm like, they're too similar. I feel like I, had my truck and another truck. So I was test driving a Range Rover, and I pulled in their parking lot, and I saw my car. I'm like, is that one for sale? And he's like, yeah, it just came in on the truck. I'm like, can I drive it? And so that's how that happened.
That's awesome. Do you love it?
I love it so much. It's so fun.
It's so crazy.
Now I'm thinking I should probably sell my truck because I have an F-350, and it's so big, and it's so.
I need a truck.
Yeah.
I drive a little slug bug. I drive a car that's your size, just not near as nice, not near as classy. And my kids are tall. I mean, I'm 6'2". My son is 5 at least. My daughter's almost 6 foot. She's 5'10", 5'11". Yeah. And then I've got a 90-pound dog. And we drive this little tiny slug bug.
I love it. Okay, what kind of dog do you have?
American Bulldog Boxer.
Oh, how adorable.
He's big. He's usually in here, but I've pushed him out. So. He's learned. He's a little sneaky. He's learned when I get on my calls and get busy, he'll get on my bed.
So cute. Oh, my heavens. I'm such an animal lover.
You say that. Okay, let's try this again.
Okay.
Oh, what's happening with your screen?
I have no idea. Let's see. Okay, can you see it? If I go here, can you see my screen?
You're good. I can see.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to walk you through as a customer.
Awesome.
And I'm going to walk you through. So Uncharted Supply is a customer of ours. And so we're just going to go to their website and purchase this first aid core kit and add it to the bag. And then at checkout, the customer is given an option to apply the shipping warranty. It covers anything lost, stolen, or damaged during transit. It is 100% the customer's option to opt in or out. When they opt in for the warranty, it shows up in their cart as well. As soon as they pay for this order, we send them an email. It'll look something similar to this, congratulations, your product or your package has been covered, to include anything damaged, lost, or stolen. And we provide a link for them to submit a case. So with a warranty, the merchant is the only one that can cover their own product. But how we work with that is once this customer submits a case, they go back on, our customer service jumps back on Uncharted Supply's website and reorders this first aid kit and ships it back out to the customer. So not only the customer is taken care of. The merchant technically is getting two sales.
Yeah. So to be clear, because this is very different than any other insurance or program that protects our products purchased, that you as a company actually make the second purchase to.
So how it works, we rev share with the merchant, which is technically a savings account, if you will. This is one of our clients currently who we're working with in the dashboard that we share with them. So the order's protected. So the number of clients who have opted in for the warranty are 3,696. The protection amount is 5,564. The cost of cases have been $514. So if this client had not been working with Guardia One, the cost of cases would have come out of their own pocket. But since they were working with Guardia One, we rev share with this particular client 20%. So they get $1,112.87. The cost of cases were $514.40, which we jumped back on their website and reorder those products. So the amount left in their account is $598.39. So this is the amount in their account. This is the amount that was ordered back on their website. And their total rev share is $112.87 instead of eating the $514.48 by themselves.
It turns into a revenue stream.
Exactly. And our clients say that this is the easiest way they've ever generated revenue. And their customers are happy because, they're providing that white glove service where, anything lost, stolen, or damaged, their customers know they're going to be taken care of. So if they do have a client where packages are, stolen off their porch, or if they've had to deal with damaged products in the past, they're going to be taken care of. We've never denied a claim. Everything's, been taken care of. So conversion increases and customer service, is customers are happy and merchants are happy, and it's a win-win for everyone.
With online shipping, it's funny, as I've gotten into the hemp industry, all these doors have opened up and things that I've become passionate about that I didn't really connect with before. I didn't understand. I didn't know. Right? Yeah. So same with this, supply chain, online order, e-commerce. What are some of the pain points that you're seeing, commonly that need to be addressed, or maybe things that aren't being talked about that should be talked about?
Well, I think right now it's another COVID thing because packages are so slow to be delivered. And so, we've experienced a lot of that where merchants have had issues with their packages, taking longer to be delivered or whatever. So in that case, if their customer did not receive their package in the time that they were meant to receive their package, their customer can file a claim. Our customer service will jump back on and track that package. And if it's caught in a warehouse somewhere, we'll just jump back on their website and reorder that product and send it back out to them. So they're not stuck waiting another 20 days or whatever it might be, to get that original package that was supposed to go out. So, and then, with holidays coming up, I think with the combination of holidays and COVID, we're going to see an increase with, delayed packages and so forth. So I think right now is a great time to jump on. And
I think that this is also a great time where packages and people are taken advantage of. We've kind of been talking about, as the economy crashes, theft tends to increase. And so it's another security as a business to protect yourself from things that you really don't have control over. And it's no expense to you as a business.
No, there's no contract, no sign-up fee. So if you're working on it with Shopify or BigCommerce, it's an easy transition. Take really just an overnight plugin.
Yeah.
And you could be good to go tomorrow, and your customers are, protected, and there's no cost to the merchant at all.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So are you mostly in Utah? Most of your clients are?
We work with anyone all over the world. So any merchant worldwide.
Who are some of the, so I'm going to ask, as you grow your business, right, and you grow your pipeline and stuff, how are you generating leads? And
do you know what? It's so fun because there are so many e-commerce companies out there. Even looking on social media, You know, there are so many. If you look at Instagram, all of the different e-commerce merchants that are on Instagram. So I'll lay in bed at night, and instead of, you know, scrolling through pictures and wasting time, I'll be reaching out to e-commerce merchants. So
that's what I do. That's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Someone said, you spend a lot of time on social media. And I was like, well, I'm on LinkedIn messaging people, and or I'll send messages one day and then respond others, right? If I go through and I send like a group of messages to connect with different people, they come in the same way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've just turned like that personal time into working time. And if you look through my social media, it's all e-commerce companies now, not, you know, not the people that I was following before, but all companies.
What platforms do you use? What platforms do you find are the best?
So we work really well with Shopify or BigCommerce. We are working
with social media to generate leads. What's working best for you?
Both Facebook and Instagram right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I think even LinkedIn has been good. I've had so many different companies reach out to me on LinkedIn. So I'm a fan of LinkedIn.
Awesome. Me too. I love it.
It's amazing.
I think it's creating. Have you seen the new community that's coming out with Gary Vanderchuk?
No. I need to check it out. Tell me more.
Texting app. It's a community, connecting community. I'm not real sure. I sent in an application to learn more, and because we're hemp, they don't associate in the hemp and cannabis.
Oh.
But what?
I said start your own.
Right. I actually am really excited. I'm trying to find a platform. I'm really close. I think I found one. I need to decide if I'm going to jump in or not, but a platform to manage events on the back end and connect and allow members to connect on that space.
That is brilliant.
So I think it's a great idea for connectivity, especially where everything's online and going digital. And
exactly.
You did most of your networking and business development face-to-face before now, didn't you?
Yes.
How are you coping with not being able to do that as much?
It is tricky because I'm such a people person and I like being out and about, but I've learned how to work Zoom calls really well and Google Meets and
not me. I still goof it up. It's so bad.
This is a new one to me. I've never used this one. So yeah, but I like it.
It's nice because you stream. The reason I use it is it allows me to stream to multiple platforms at one time. And then, but I'm finding you can stream Zoom also to, you can only just do it to one or Google Meet to one platform. But right now I'm streaming to 2, 3 Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I've found that my calendar is back to back all day long because before I was running to appointments, and now if it's just Zoom, it's like back-to-back appointments in my office or in my office in Lehigh all day long.
Okay, so do you tell me about and maybe it didn't affect you as much, or you don't have something to compare to since you weren't in the industry, meeting face-to-face compared to now. Hi, Brady. There's a couple of familiar faces. But did it change your sales cycle? I feel like this has given me an opportunity to get to know more people on a more personal level than I did before actually meeting them face to face. But then there's a big piece missing. And I feel like if I get a group of people together on, say, a Zoom meeting, it still is not the same. It's just a missing.
You don't get that energy. You don't get to know them like you do face to face. So I think the process is taking longer just to build that relationship
Relationship-based.
So, and actions speak louder than words. So I think following up on emails and responding as soon as possible. And, I think you're building that relationship that way instead of that face-to-face, connection. So,
I want to know more about your business. I want to know about how you're growing your business or who you're targeting or how can we help? What are some things we can do? collaboratively to really generate. We've got a Utah group, and this is something that we've talked a little bit about as far as how we build it, but I'd love to have you. I've got another couple women that have reached out that are really passionate about doing a women's group. I'd love to put that together. And I know you're so well connected with some dynamite women. I'd love to do an event. I would really like to do like a wine and cooking night.
Yes. Oh, that sounds so fun.
Or some sort of, and then this is something that we're doing as an association. We don't have all of our details ironed out yet, so we will announce it and put it together. And I'll be able to share more in detail, but doing a design contest. I don't know if I shared anything about that.
No.
So putting together a design contest and bringing in the STEM and the education and the science, technology, manufacturing, but either focus it around textile design for clothing. I, of course, when I think design, think engineering and building structural, but I would love to have you involved and participate in that. And my goal is to have the kids, I truly believe if we give these kids hemp and an opportunity, they'll create and change the world and create opportunities. And so that's my goal. But I think really where it comes is, we're then able to meet all of these new businesses and entrepreneurs that are growing and developing.
I love that idea. Let me know how I can help.
Yeah, I'd love to get you. I'd love to have you involved. So I want to send you a calendar invite to the textiles meeting also. That's where all of it has stirred up from. And then we'll also do an education. But some really key players doing some great things in the industry, and I'm really excited about it.
I know. It's growing so fast. I'm excited for you.
It's been fun.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
So tell me what else. Talk to me what else. Tell me more about your
So Guardia One is just pretty simple. You can work with any e-commerce company. It is what it is. People say it's a no-brainer, but it really is. So it's a win.
Shout out. I actually meant to reach out to a couple of people and say, hey, you need to connect, on the show today. And I didn't have a chance before we talked. But there's a few. What about international? Same thing? International travel? Same. What are some of the sizes of companies you're currently servicing?
We work with anyone.
3,000 or 4,000 a month or products a month that's a pretty big order.
Yeah. So we work with several different companies and sizes of companies. What is amazing is once they jump on with us and they see their numbers, we have a SaaS model that's coming out in January. So they can switch over to our SaaS model. We would take all of their customer service in-house, but all of that revenue that they're generating pretty much goes to their pocket, and they're just, paying the SaaS fee. So we're excited about that as well.
So cool. It's genius. I mean, obviously this was created before COVID.
Before me.
Right? And so what's even more cool is I love the success stories that during this time, it's what comes up. And here we have an opportunity to really help business. And it's a product that there was obviously already a need and now a real opportunity.
Exactly.
The holidays coming. And being someone, I worked for a while in merchant processing, right? And I've learned, I didn't say I worked in merchant processing. I still make connections in merchant processing, and I still learning more and more. But the chargebacks are a real, and and then the risk of the wow.
Like
the bad review.
Yes. Yeah. So we want to provide that level of customer service for our merchants, and increase that customer service. And
this is where you're a good fit, because customer service is really where you're. Where out of all the places that you've traveled, being in the travel industry, right, and hospitality, where's your favorite place?
I miss Europe. I love Hawaii too, but
Hawaii
was always my little quick trip. I'd go there 3 times a year.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go over while everything's shut down, and I don't want to deal with all of that drama. So I'm just waiting for things to open back up again. But Europe will be on my list. I have a trip to Fiji booked. It was originally booked for November, and they rescheduled it for me, and they switched my flight. So they think I'm in Fiji right now, and I'm going to fly to LA and then back to Fiji. So I'm in the process of changing that with them. Everything's a nightmare right now. So
when are you going to Fiji?
It's scheduled in January.
Okay.
But we'll see if Fiji's open in January, because they're not accepting flights right now. So I hope
probably not.
I wouldn't think so.
With everything coming and understanding restrictions are getting heavier.
Exactly.
I would imagine that they're getting lighter.
Yeah.
Bummer.
So I know
that you're my trip. I was supposed to go somewhere, and we had a long cruise scheduled the first week of February, and that's been pushed back again. It was actually supposed to be October, November, then it was moved to February-ish, and now it's
and where are you
going? Aruba, Curacao, Turks and Caicos. I don't really know.
Fun. Yeah, just go.
I've been on a little cruise kick for a while, and I've hit all the tropical islands for the most part.
Yeah.
And so every time somebody says, well, which cruise was that? I'm like,
I don't know.
I still don't get home without GPS. So.
Yeah. So which destination was your favorite?
For different reasons, right? But I really loved Turks and Caicos. I really loved Curacao and like Grenada. I really loved Grenada. I really loved activities on the islands.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I would stay on some of the islands for the purpose of touring the island. Right? Yeah. If the resort's nice, then like I had a really good experience on a trip in Jamaica, but I would never travel Jamaica.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I haven't really been, besides, I haven't ever been to Europe. I've been to Mexico a few times.
Oh my goodness, you have to go to Europe. Europe is a must.
I want to go so bad. I was supposed to go to Thailand this year. Obviously that didn't happen.
Let's schedule a trip to Europe.
Okay. I would love to. I would love to. I haven't really traveled. I didn't start traveling really until after I got divorced.
Okay, let's go.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm just ready for things to open back up and things to go back to normal, and I want to travel again.
I'd be interested, even when they do open back up, what it's like for us when we go over, especially where you've been to so many places, right? You're going to go back and it probably isn't going to be the same. Yeah.
It's going to be so sad. I hope. I'm crossing my fingers that things are pretty close to normal.
Better?
Yeah. But Europe is incredible either way, just to get out, and it's so old and it's just amazing. I'm excited for you to go over there. I can't believe you've never been.
I'm excited. Yeah. I'm excited for people and music and
yes, food.
Shows.
Yeah.
Back to the topic of work I miss the shows, and I was actually just thinking, popped into my head, lead generation for opportunity with you and these big expos or white label expos.
Exactly.
What a great opportunity.
Yes.
I miss all of that. I mean, that's why I asked earlier. I think I'm generating, the association's growing and I'm meeting fabulous, amazing people. But I miss the connection. I miss people.
That face-to-face. Yes, me too. We're going to the Pinners Convention though, November 6th and 7th. So I'm excited that it's back. I'm sure it'll be smaller, but it's going to be held at the Salt Palace Convention Center.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Do you have a booth there?
Yes. So come see us. I
would love to. Yeah. Tell me how you guys set your booth up. Like, what's your space? Do you have just a 10 by 10 down there?
Yes. Okay. So, and I think everything's going to be spread out for COVID. So it's going to be different, of course, but we'll have a fun booth. So come down and visit.
I will for sure. I went to a trade show one time and they did a really cool marketing. This booth had guys walk around there, maybe 12 of them. And this expo was huge. I can't even remember where it was, maybe Vegas. And I was working for a different company, but I kept seeing these guys walk around with skateboards. And the deal was that if you collected a business card from each of those people, you got a skateboard. And they were these real nice, they were longboards, right? But what an awesome marketing.
That is so fun.
A way to draw in. And I talk about, I'm sure you're fabulous at this at expos because you're so great with people and talking to people, but you really get out of it what you put into it.
Exactly.
And you really have to be a people person, and sitting behind the table and just standing there and not talking or not engaging is definitely not effective. And so it's
really, it goes back to whatever you put into anything is what you're going to get out of it. So,
but some people it's a skill. You have a skill that not everybody has. And I assumed everybody had that or thought, it's like when I see a child that's hungry, I can pick that up as a mother.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And for some people that just doesn't happen. It's just not there. And so I think the same thing, that the expos and the events aren't necessarily great
for everyone.
Yeah, or successful. How about that for everyone? Yeah. I'm not surprised that you do really, really well there.
You're very kind. I'm excited. I'm excited to get out and see people in person again and be face to face, and even with a mask on.
What have you been to the Pinners Convention before?
I haven't. This is my first year, so I'm excited to see what it's about.
I want to also. I think that's great. What else? I feel like you and I've talked already a lot today. We talked about what's going on. I always tell people it's hard when I get online and I've already talked to somebody for a long time. Because I get into this and I'm like, and maybe I guess this is a good time. What kind of questions come up for you in your business? What kind of in objections maybe? So if someone has questions, or can I guide them back to this?
The main question I get is, if a merchant was to sign on with Guardia One, does it make their customers feel like they're not going to take care of them? If the customer does not opt in for the warranty. And my answer to that is no. It's just providing that additional option for that customer. So if they do live in an area where they've had stuff taken off their porch, or if they've had problems with damaged items and it's hard to get a hold of the merchant, it just provides that extra security for the customer. And it's the customer's choice to opt in. So it's, not everyone is forced to purchase the warranty. And so I really think it's, a customer that is worried about getting their package and receiving it, and not having it taken off their porch. So it's 100% customer opt-in. And so it's just an option for the merchant to provide for their customer.
What did you say? Remind me again, cost is? It's so low.
Yes, so $98, what we suggest, and we can change the amount depending on the merchant. So the merchant can decide whatever they would like, but we suggest 98 cents for the first $100, and then it's 1.2% in $50 increments after the $100. So it's really cheap for the customer, for that added security.
Yeah. That's awesome. I had another question for you. Oh, set up an integration. Is it just an item you add, like you said, to the shopping cart? But then what does the integration piece look like on the back end for you? And
so anyone that wants to work with us, they just need to reach out to me. I send their website over to our developer. He goes on at night and installs it. It's just like switching a light switch. Yeah. And they have the warranty. So he goes in and makes sure it looks, good with their font and the placement's correct. He'll turn it on at night so it doesn't affect their website, and they're good to go the next morning.
How do people get in touch with you? And I'll share it right now.
My email address is Jennifer, JENNIFER .Tanner at Guardia, GUARDIA 1.com. And it's just the number 1. Or my cell number is 435-213-6716. And if you have any questions that we haven't answered or anything comes to mind, do not hesitate to reach out.
Hey. I can hear my dog crying. My daughter must be doing homework.
Oh no!
I love this. I love it. Love it, love it. What are you doing for the holidays? Are you going to be around?
So my daughter's up in Seattle, so I'll probably go up and spend the Thanksgiving with her, and then we'll see if she wants to come down here for Christmas, because I know she misses the snow.
Okay.
I'll come down with her boyfriend and her dog for Christmas. So
I woke up yesterday and said, I just want to live somewhere where the temperature is warm and I can wear flip-flops every morning.
Every morning. I know. My sister lives in Florida. She's like, come out here for Thanksgiving. And it's 100 degrees this week. And I'm like, oh, it's 14 the other morning here. And I'm not ready for snow and I'm not ready for the cold. I want a long, nice fall.
Yeah,
I've been ready for a few months.
I'm not ready for it at all.
No, not at all.
And it doesn't get easier. That's the problem too. Like I don't have, it's not any easier.
No. So why do we live here? What keeps us in Utah?
What keeps you in Utah?
I know.
Really?
I would love to move. My sister's tried to talk me into moving to Florida, but I don't know if I could deal with the humidity all day, every day. And the humidity is so bad out there. So we'll see.
Where in Florida?
She's in Naples.
Okay. It's pretty.
So yeah, it's beautiful. And I'm such a city girl. I've thought of moving to Lauderdale, or I think Miami would probably be too busy, but I've thought about it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I love the mountains and I love how close we are. I like that our city's clean and safe.
Yes.
We have seasons. I think that as much as I hate the snow, I think if I left and didn't have seasons, yeah, I would miss it. And I used to be in Wyoming where we had 2 seasons.
Exactly.
Where it's like winter for 9 months, and then spring, fall, and summer in 3.
So which part of Wyoming were you in?
Laramie.
Yeah, so it is so cold.
Mm-hmm.
And what brought you to Utah?
What?
What brought you to Utah?
Opportunity. I wanted something bigger. I'm a city girl. I really like the city. If I didn't have kids or was in a little bit different situation, I would live in a high rise in a downtown city apartment and live that life for a little while.
Yes.
But out of opportunity. I wanted something bigger than Laramie, but not as big as Denver. New York. Yeah.
So, and you've enjoyed Salt Lake?
I love it. I like it was an adjustment as far as culture for me. But I love it. Like I said, I love that my kids can run around town. I love that my boy will ride tracks downtown.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared that he's not safe. And
exactly.
And there's support and there's lots of kids. I was a young mom in Wyoming. I had kids at 21 and 23. And when I came here, I fit right in.
My daughter at 21 as well.
Yeah, so I fit right in at when I moved here. Everyone's like, you only have one?
Yeah. But you know what? I'm glad I had her when I was younger, because now, we kind of grew up together. And now I'm still young enough to go and enjoy the stuff she likes to do, and it's fun.
I love it. I know I'll be 40 and both my kids have been graduated or are graduated at that point. Yeah. And so I've got a couple years left, and then
and then you can do what you want.
Start over, I guess.
Yeah.
Start my career, maybe. Start my life. But that's when I really want to travel. And I've said for a while, even now that my kids are older, we travel quite a bit. Travel to the Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
If that counts, or Mexico. But I want to travel with them now, because now I can take them to Europe and we can go for an extended time. And I don't have to. And they're old enough and big enough to do things on their own, right? And that's my favorite part is.
Yeah. You're not babysitting the entire time.
Yeah. I will be very sad though if you leave. I'm not going to lie.
No, we'll travel together still. Either way.
Yeah. I've had a group of girlfriends. Like we've been to Hawaii a couple of times and traveled just even around the US, but we need to go. We should go.
Yes. Where would you want to go, like your first destination in Europe?
I have no idea. I don't. You tell me.
Okay, I want to go to Croatia and Slovenia,
Okay.
but I would want to show you Paris and London and like the.
I would do any and all of it.
Yeah. Hey, let's go.
I like being active. I'm not a big lay around.
No, I'm not either.
I love culture. I love architecture. I love, yeah, all of it.
Yes, we'll have fun.
Okay.
And especially, when you're on a trip, you have to get out and explore, and you have to take advantage of the time that you're there, and not spend it in time or in bed. I never sleep in. I always get up early and stay out late.
Yeah, that's what I love about staying. I love cruises, but I like staying in a location for a while for that reason, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To be able to explore more and the culture. I want to take a piece of the culture when I'm over there. A longer trip. And I'd really like to do, like I said, Thailand and Phuket and Singapore and Malaysia.
Yeah, we should plan that one too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what travel restrictions. I'm sure over there are pretty tight right now. I don't know that we would want to go over there right now.
I have a friend that's in Maldives right now, and she has to wear a mask and the plastic face shield for her 15-hour flight the entire time. So I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, and rightfully so, I guess, the liability, I can't imagine on those poor airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
What they're going through with being shut down and how they've continued to operate and fly, but no passengers.
Yeah, crazy.
It's crazy. So what else do you like to do for fun around here?
Do you know what? This is new because last year I was traveling at least 3 weeks of the month.
Yeah.
And so this year I've never been home so much in my entire life, ever, I don't think.
Are you going crazy or are you starting to enjoy it?
I'm going crazy. Like, I need to get out, but I bought my car because I'm like, okay, maybe my car will help me enjoy being home a little bit more. And then I've decided I'm going to remodel my house. So I've been trying to decide on tile and cupboards and stuff like that to keep me busy and not go stir crazy around my house.
Yeah, I had to create a home I loved, right? I went out and bought plants like no one's.
Yeah.
Not very many of them are alive still, but they were beautiful when I bought them.
Love it. No, it's so funny. I don't know if you've heard of, if you're into numerology or whatever, but I had a lady come in and work with my team when I was in hospitality, and she read our numbers and told us about our numbers and stuff like that. I didn't know your house had a number, but apparently my house is my soulmate. And so I'm very comfortable at home and it's my sanctuary, but I've wanted to change a few things. So I'm going to remodel bathrooms and we'll see how it goes.
Are you going gray and white?
Yeah, I'll send you pictures after, but it's very like a sanctuary, very calm colors and tranquil.
I love this kind of stuff. I would love to help you, or if you ever need help painting or remodeling, or I'd love that stuff.
Oh, I don't do any of it. I have to find people to do it because I don't respect my work. And then I would go crazy.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you pictures. So I'll find pictures and then I show the people, like I'll find the tile and then the stuff I want and then have somebody come in and do it because I'm too picky.
It's awesome. Awesome. So real quick before we are done or get off of here, what's your connect time? If somebody wants to use your product or use Guardia One or add it to their shopping cart for their customer service, what's the time at which it takes to get set up?
So if they're on Shopify or BigCommerce, it's literally just an overnight thing. Like it can go so fast. If they're on WooCommerce or something that we need our open API, it'll take a little bit longer because those websites are custom websites. So just going in and, making it work with our website. So, but Shopify and BigCommerce is a simple integration.
Super easy.
Super, super easy.
I'm excited. I think this is a no-brainer for anyone that has especially in the CBD and hemp industry or CBD industry, right? Where
Exactly.
there's so much concern about the kind of product and what they're ordering and, satisfaction. And yeah, it seems like it would just even more, like I said, it's a layer of protection for me as a business as we launch a line, right? Or anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone.
I've mentioned this a few times, but it just provides that white glove service for your customers.
What about, do you have a lot of people say that are, bigger ticket items that are using this also?
Anyone. So the warranty amount just goes up according to the shopping cart amount. So yeah, we work with anyone.
But do you have more people willing, I guess? I would assume most of them are going to be smaller ticket items that are insured.
Most of the time now, but I was speaking to a merchant this morning, and she sells the copper kitchen sinks.
Yeah.
And most of her orders like $2,000, and she had like 90% of customers opt in for the warranty. So
nice. See, well, and you've said before that it's often the number one item purchased.
Yes.
That's
cool. Our merchants will call and say, "Is this a problem that your warranty is our number one item?" We're like, "No, not at all. We like it."
Well, and it's not very expensive. And there's no commitment. As a consumer, there's no risk. It mitigates the risk to make sure my product is there for a very small fee, for less than shipping, than the cost of shipping.
Exactly. So, and I don't know, just taking the time to reach out to a merchant to kind of find out who your package is or if it's damaged or whatever. It's so time consuming usually. So this, speeds up the process.
For sure.
So
I had another question for you I was going to ask, and now I forgot.
Oh, no.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This has been so fun.
I'm excited to have you involved. I'd really, like I said, like to do a couple of live events.
Let's do
small group stuff. I know there are some restrictions. I haven't read. Maybe holiday. Are there any holiday group gathering restrictions?
I have not heard. I don't know. In some areas, I've heard it. Like California is 30 for a funeral, but I'm not sure. I don't know on group events in Utah. We should check and then get scheduled.
Well, either way, I'd love to do something. I'd love to get together. I'd love to get some other powerful women together and support the group. I want to give thanks to all of the women that you've introduced me to, or people you've introduced me to, as well as the other strong women out there. I feel like that's been my support when we talk about this COVID and pandemic and how much we've been able to come together and make things happen. So
yes, I know. It's been fun.
Thank you very much. We'll see you later. I'll call you later.
You're amazing. Thanks, everybody.